How y'all doing? L.A.R movement still moving. Uh, as you can see by the title, Black women, we gotta talk. And this is a problem. If you look at the video, what you're seeing is the actual owner of True Kitchen's response on Instagram. Thanks for the post. I appreciate your comments and we'll share a bit more. There were 3 tables that had been spoken to about twerking. They were approached very politely less than 10 minutes before. Despite this, the last young woman decided to stand in our booth seats, place her hands against the glass windows, and start twerking on the glass. Enough was enough for not only that lady, but for the 3 tables of women who are the only ones in our restaurant to act this way. As for the music, we created True for it to be a place music could be enjoyed while we sit and eat. No song played is an excuse to stand on our furniture and do what this lady did. There are places for this, and True is not one. As for my delivery, I can assure you I was a gentleman earlier, but my nice words weren't respected. True. That's what he said. This is a problem. Huge problem. What's up, Ron? What's up, Melvin? Jamal, what's happening? Young Jay, what's happening? Now, when people were talking, everybody was on the lady side, blah blah. People were on the lady side, people was on the owner side. But shout out to Dennis Sperling. He's talking about some of the things about what should we do with the bad element in our community that's out in public. And here's the thing. We got a problem now. Young Jay, what's happening? And this is for the ladies. One of the things I said on Dennis Sperling's show was, Black women, you're going to start getting treated like black men. And what I mean by that is, see, people want to talk about the 80s and the 90s and then gangster rap and all that, and the black male image, especially young black men, just being out of pocket and rogue in society. But people forget the backlash we got in the 90s and 2000s as black men, when we couldn't go anywhere. When we showed up, you got tennis shoes on, you can't come. You got a hat on, you can't come. Your outfit, you can't come. And it's, and that's when it evolved into that, the Jay-Z button-up shirt type of thing, right? Because until, we buttoned up, we weren't really welcome places. Same went for the NFL, not NFL, but the NBA. Remember when they had the dress code? What's up, DC? What's up, Thriller? The players got to dress a certain way. You can't come up in here like that. We don't want that element per se. Ladies, y'all about to be at that place, and it's about to be worse. I'm going to tell you why. Because initially, women think, oh, it was one lady twerking. She was twerking on the furniture. You could have been nicer to her. The man already said he talked to him already. But it was 3 tables. That's a problem. So that don't mean it was one woman, because I saw the table that was twerking. In one of the surveillance videos is a video of the table that was twerking. But there's 2 other tables in there because there's people clapping and all that other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen, Young Jay. So it's 3 tables. So 2 of the tables listen, cool. One of the we're going to be rebels and blah, blah, blah. And then you get mad that you say you shouldn't have cussed at them people. He was probably cussing at that area. It was that area. And what I mean by you're not going to be able to go to public places, I don't think y'all really have grasped how bad your reputation has become. I don't think you have. I don't think you have grasped it, because just like you want to twerk in a restaurant and get mad at that, y'all let people put y'all up in the news talking about get your booty to the pole and twerk for a vote. You let your political arm put you out there as a twerk team. I don't think you understand how bad this is about to be. You see, when the sisters say we're educated, we went to school, we got educations, you know, we doing this, we doing that. The men need to get on their P's and Q's and level up. The men don't go in public and do this stuff. And what I mean by men, you're not seeing guys in that age group of those same women that were in that restaurant going in public doing something disrespectful to a person's property. Gangster was happening. MS was happening. Isaiah was going on. You know, they gonna blame us. Martin was happening. You know, they like other races of people cut up, but when people tell them chill out, you got to chill out. Everyone, what's happening? Okay, I got to chill out. Or they just let them, you know what, make a fool of yourself and get locked up, whatever. But you ladies have talked about being the backbone of the community. And see, here's a problem with that. When you keep saying you're the backbone of the community and you don't separate yourself from this type of behavior, you actually applaud it, or what's up, Trump? You applaud the behavior, or you excuse the behavior, or you push it off as something else, or you try to change the narrative of the behavior. They gonna think, okay, this is why these kids are out of line. Because, see, you ladies had a head start on the narrative of why the black community is bad, because it was the black men that were bad, the bad black men. So thus the narrative, these men are in jail and this, that, and third. So we had that old criminal element stigma hanging over our head, since really after, since Reconstruction, but that's a whole other story. But, it heightened, I would say, in the 80s, crack era or whatever. Here's the problem with that, though. People are looking at grown men in their 30s, like grown black men, out 30 and up, you can say 25 and up, not going out in public doing this type of stuff. Even when they was banning us, because black men have been shadow banned from a lot of establishments. So what I'm saying is you ladies are about to be shadow banned from a lot of establishments because you're so empowerment and female right to do whatever you want to do, to the point that y'all, you're looking crazy. See, Lizzo twerking at the Lakers game, that was cool. No big deal, right? You know what I'm saying? When you see all of these shows that you were empowering black women, you were still making yourselves look dysfunctional. It was different because with the black men, it was saying Hollywood was making a joke out of us and making us a bad image, right? If you want to do the image thing. It was other people who owned the companies that didn't look black. But when you got the black men in particular making material, black men didn't make material to make black men look bad like that. They had a good and bad, a nuanced character. It had a classy element to it. That's why black men had an issue with Tyler Perry, if y'all don't realize it. Because there was a lot of ratchet material. It's like, we don't get down like that. Like, you doing this for entertainment, but that's not what we do. Now we have this point where you ladies are putting out material of yourselves, whether it be in mass media or in social media, that you're making sure you get a negative image, thinking that your negative image is liberating and empowering when it's not. You're saying you get to go everywhere and do whatever you want to do. You get to go to airports and fight. What's up, Brian? Who that? You get to go to airports and fight. You get to, twerk at graduations. You get to twerk with little children. You know what I'm saying? You get to bring strip club culture to anywhere you want to go. It doesn't matter how young or how old, and that's the problem. See, this is why I say we need to talk, because what's happening is I don't think y'all realize how far off the reservation y'all really are when it comes to dignity. Excuse me. Because the behavior that is undignified, to the point where if you think about black men and quote unquote the gangster rap culture, what's up, Calvin? Aubrey, you see those same gangster rappers trying to be something completely different now. You know what I'm saying? The guys who was gangsters in the past, you see those same gangsters trying to turn around and be businessmen now. And y'all don't have to go through this whole process of 10, 20, 30 years of being ostracized by society, but it looks like you're going to do it to yourselves. What's up, Keenan? You're going to do it to yourselves because you don't know how to say, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Because everything is okay. See, when you run around saying men are trash, what's up, Dad? Men are trash. Okay. When you say men are trash, people assuming you talk about black men because you're black women. Whether you're a black woman from the United States, the Caribbean, or UK or Africa. If men are trash, you're gonna assume you're talking about black men. But when the men are trash, exactly, Snoop and Martha Stewart, they both had criminal past, but they both can have a cooking show. You can humanize that. You get what I'm saying? You ladies, y'all don't get it. Like in all of these panels you have in these shows, View, Talk, Real, Queens of Cocktails, all that other stuff where black women are at, not necessarily predominantly on where you're on and where you at. The dysfunction is absent of black men being there. And as much as you ladies want to blame black men, y'all don't realize you're in the room with every other group of people who are in America, and black men aren't in that room with you, and you still cutting up. And they can't even blame black men. See, we weren't, when it comes to our reputation as black men, we couldn't get jobs because of our reputation as black men. We couldn't get hired. You got hired and acted a fool. And now people are like, we hired the wrong people. See, you wanted to be managers and, the proletariat class, the managerial class, not thinking about, well, what happens when people don't like your style of management? See, it's a corporate America thing to think that black women are just mean for no reason and just yelling and screaming and, they can't handle themselves or can't actually have a conversation with people. They can't actually get the job done. So now what? What you see is the screen is the actual owner of that restaurant where the lady was twerking. So now what? That's his actual response to what happened. It wasn't just one table of women twerking. It was 3 tables. He told them to stop. And 2 of the tables stopped, but the 3rd didn't. So when people act like it's just, one little girl twerking in the water. No, you're not a little girl. Y'all at least, at a minimum 30 years old at this point. And people got to tell you to stop acting a fool in public. And this is why I say we got to talk, because there are a lot of wonderful black women in the world, but this is why I'm talking about it, because see, a lot of you sisters, y'all gonna be treated like black men, and what I mean by that is black men who aren't degenerates get treated like degenerates by society. See, the minute we show up, it's the what they gonna do this time? Are they gonna fight? They gonna run weed and Hennessy? They're gonna be, they're gonna do this, that, and the third. But now, see, one of the things that happened with black men is the sports bars. See, sports bars, brothers would go to sports bars, you don't hear a problem. Then brothers started going to restaurants, you don't hear a problem. Then brothers started going to to the nightclubs, you didn't hear a problem. You know, and Chim, y'all, thanks, fam. You didn't hear a problem. You didn't hear a peep out of these brothers like that. Now I know people gonna talk about, the Mo threes and the King Vons, and those guys are in that space of living that street life. But you got guys who don't live that street life, who are not, like, hey, yeah, I listen to the music, but I ain't finna go do it. See, you got black men who listen to street music, but they're not finna go out and start acting wilding out like they was in the streets the whole time. That's not our thing. Will I listen to some Rick Ross or Jeezy or T.I.? Yeah, I listen to some trap style music, but I ain't finna go out there selling dope. You get what I'm saying? So when you ladies are listening to this music about sex and sexuality, it's cool. You want to do the Megan Thee Stallion's body challenge. Here's the thing, though. That stops at a certain age. You can't put yourself out as a sexual object because let me say this. Let's see. Let me explain to this why I said we got to talk. Let me think. Man, thanks again, fam. Let me. Who's the baby? The baby's a big artist, right? Or Lil Baby's a big artist, right? So they're in their 20s, right? You don't see black men older than the baby or Lil Baby or Lil Uzi Vert trying to emulate them. You get what I'm saying? You don't see that. You don't see guys say, you know what I'm finna do? Yeah, I'm finna. You know what? I'm gonna get me some diamond teeth now. Yeah, what I'm gonna do? That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'm finna cut up now. I'm finna do the debate, the Lil Baby challenge. I'm finna walk around. I'm finna grow my dreads out and carry a gun everywhere I go in pictures. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Cause I seen the baby do it. You don't see black men doing that. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. If you scared to go to church, what's popping? It does that all the time, fam. That's the problem. There ain't no, you know what I'm saying? I remember when Bop came out. Phoenix, what's happening? Talk to the record. Hilarious. Number one, what's happening? When Bop came out, Jamie Foxx made a funny post rapping it as an old man, as in a character. But you're not gonna see old men actually doing that. Like, let's do the Bop challenge. Like, we're not finna do all that. We're not finna do that. That this becomes the issue because now, I remember when former President Barack Obama thought Jay-Z was inspirational. Guys were upset about that. Like, listen, man, you can't be the president saying somebody who's a proud drug dealer is inspirational. You can't do that to us. It's not cool. The hip hop community loved it, but black men in general did not. But when the first lady said, she want to be Beyonce, it was like, okay, that's a good thing to be. It's not if you're the first lady. That's not if you're the first lady of the country at the time. That's going down. That's not going up. If you tell people when they go low, we go high, you gotta, you are the high. You're not, you don't say I want to be Beyonce. No disrespect to her, but this is a problem. Hey, do it there, Anime. And speaking of Neil deGrasse Tyson, people forget this about, and this is part of the reason why I said we got to talk, black women. Neil deGrasse Tyson admitted that the reason why you don't see many black people in astronomy is because as children, the teachers discourage him and other black men and black children from science like that. You know, you know what, y'all got me. My bad. Thank you, fam. You know, finish. Thank you, fam. And hold up. And I got you on this one. Said, what's up, Soul? Black women are the main ones with the bad behavior, the security. Years ago, oh, Wilshire Grant. Oh my goodness, black bar manager used the bar to cater to black folks. Police has to come every time because of black women fights. Jesus, and this is the problem. This is the problem because we keep trying to excuse this behavior. I don't think you sisters realize it's going to come a point that the teachers are not going to want to teach you because they're going to look at black women in general as like, you know what, you got an education and you out here cutting up. You got an education to act a fool. What's up, Tony Davis? We thought you was gonna do one thing, and you could be better than the men. And see, and that's the thing about feminism that's funny. You know, you want to be equal to or better than the men. You don't realize black men are looked to have better etiquette than black women. That's a problem. That is a major, major problem. When even with all of our negative stereotypes that are placed predominantly on young black men, as a group in our entirety, we are looked at as having better etiquette than you ladies, because they look at black women and say y'all can clean up and still act a fool. You get what I'm saying? That was a problem with the basketball wives and the housewives and the Hollywood wives and Love and Hip Hop and, you know what I'm saying, Scandal and you know, even girlfriends and whatnot. Even when you clean up, you cut up. It doesn't matter how educated you are. It doesn't matter how ambitious you are or which the businesses is you own. You're going to still cut up. You still just can't stop it. I get to the chopper. You cold-blooded for that, Young Jay. We got to talk, man. Because you see black women out here talking about Summer Walker because Summer Walker's a baby mama. And it's like, how could you be with a man that has 3 children by 3 different women? And, you know, now you a baby mama too. Well, that is a stereotype that is placed upon black women, that they will make those type of decisions. You know, oh my goodness. The hotel is Korean, owned by the Korean Airlines. Black women fighting there. Let this. And most of the black workers, so we just going everywhere cutting up. But see, and let me stop saying we. And thanks again. Yeah, she crazy, but 1 minute, you know, crazy is okay when you're a black woman. That's the problem. What's up, Ernest? Alfonso? You know, that's the problem. You can be crazy and be a black woman and people think it's okay. It's not your fault you making these decisions. It's not your fault you put yourself on social media saying you like your man choking you and literally choking you in a video. That's you putting that up. Thank you, Marty. So we got to talk. You know, that's why I brought up Lizzo earlier. Lizzo's probably 10 years older than Summer Walker. You got, you know, Lisa Ray was doing OnlyFans, probably 20 years older than what's her name? Than Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch Ayanna Van Zandt, and she's looking at Lisa Ray's mother cut up Summer Walker. So now what? She was on, you know, the dude was choking and stuff. Like, you know, this idea, some of you sisters don't get past the fact that you promote that you like dysfunction. You remember you know, the young lady, I think Asian doll said she wanted to be, she liked guys who were killers, and King Von happened to be her boyfriend, her ex. He got killed right after that. You know, she's young. That's one thing. But what happens when in the last 6 months when you saw other women, you know, talk the same type of stuff? I want a guy that's a scammer. Like that chick who did that was like 30. The ladies are not coming back and go, oh, wait a minute. No, we shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be saying that in public. You know, Like Monica, I think breaking up with her husband and trying to date C Murder while he's still technically doing life. Like that's not a good look. And no diss to C Murder or whatever, But I was in Baton Rouge when that happened. But here, that's a problem, man. This sweeping everything under the rug. Sweeping and you're seeing it in different age groups, and you keep telling these guys like, but you'll date Instagram models. You'll date Instagram models. If you notice, the same celebrity guys that you're saying that will date Instagram models, they'll marry Instagram models too. We still think they suckers, but they'll marry Instagram models. Oh, see an ex-stripper? Let's get engaged. Let's get married. And they'll cheat on her too. I don't know why. Y'all know what y'all signing up for. See, we gotta have a talk, man. Like you can't be a halfway adult in this situation. Because what I think about when I think about the brother's response, the only thing I could think about, okay, what would be an equivalent that would get Black women to understand where I'm coming from? And I'm thinking, we could try, what's up, J.R. Meadows, what's happening? Like, the only thing I can think about off the top of my head is like shooting craps at a restaurant. You get what I'm saying? Like if you saw Black men of all ages just going everywhere shooting craps, you'd be like, what is wrong with y'all? Alfonso, I got you. Like, what's happening? Like if you saw Black men going to a restaurant, the music come on, us is the music on, we shooting crap. Let me put 10 in, I got 5 on that, I got 20 on that, I got 100 on, yeah. And then it's a dice game going on. You're like, say, bro, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? But, man, everything is good, JR. The music came on, so we just got to shoot some dice. Bro, you 40 years old shooting dice in a restaurant. What are you doing? It's 3-4 groups of Black men shooting dice in a restaurant because, you know what I'm saying, the Baby album came on. It's not going to, people going to be like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, no, don't nobody do that. We're going to teach our sons to go, we're going to be out with our nephews and our sons in public. Yeah, let me show you how you do this, son. You go out, you kick it when the music come on, shoot dice with your daddy, shoot dice with your uncle. Let's go, break these fools. And everybody's like, yeah, that's how you do it. No. That'll be completely idiotic. But y'all not getting it. And that's a problem because y'all not getting it. And then you got Black men sometimes, getting on social media and even new Black media sometimes, or not even new Black media, but Black media figures that are men, Yeah, Wiz Khalifa come up and just roll blunts and chew kids. Because that okay, weed is legal in certain states, right? I see numerous people online smoking weed. A lot of black guys online smoking weed of different age groups. But you know what I don't see them do? Go in people's establishments and smoke weed. I don't see them taking videos. You know what? This is what we gonna do. We going to the steakhouse and I'm gonna order, a T-bone while I'm rolling this blunt. Because weed is legal in California. Weed is legal in Vegas. You in the strip eating that Wolfgang Puck, rolling up a blunt. You don't see that. With other brothers just sitting there saying, yeah, that's what we talking about. Can I get a strawberry lemonade and break that up on the table? That look. We don't even do that. We're in places where it's legal to smoke in those places. Because there's a certain point where that's something you do in private. That's not something you do in public. He's a zombie. Said, "This is why we don't have. This is a problem, you know, in my business because they. I mean, but see, that this is why I'm saying that because I'm not gonna. Let me tell you something. So I was on Instagram, and the ladies don't want to talk about stuff like this. So there's a video. Of course, they took it down of a woman who is a stripper. Got her thong on. She's stripping, she's dancing. And there's a woman behind the stripper, getting all aroused by the stripper. Right? What's up, one? She's licking the strippers behind. She's kissing the strippers behind while she's dancing. And then she gets so turned on, she pulls the stripper's thongs to the side and put her face in it. And while the guy is actually filming this, because he's shocked, he's like, oh, oh. And see, even in those type of environments, men don't do the type of things that women do. See, men get kicked out of strip clubs for doing stuff like that. Men get kicked out of those environments for doing stuff like that. You're gonna get your head cracked for that. At the best, someone will bring a blunt to a basketball. Yeah, exactly. And if it get too much in the air, and they be like, "Hey man, the cops gonna come, and you're gonna be like, hey man, you gonna tell me nothing." People gonna just leave you be. And then when they roll up on you, they ain't gonna say nothing to you. Like, "Hey, we warned you. We're sick of talking to you." And why I had to bring up this in a male sense, because I don't think y'all ladies are getting the fact that y'all are really outpacing the men in shenanigans. Oh yeah, I already know, Phineas. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I already know. But bridal showers, strippers, they private. But see, now they bringing this stuff out in public. And it's okay, but it's not. Like at the end of what the man said, I was a gentleman earlier, but my nice words weren't respected. This is why we got to talk, because when you got black business owners saying, I'm trying to be nice to you, but you won't respect me. But at the same time, when you get cussed out, he shouldn't talk like that. That's wrong. You don't talk to women like that. Well, now you find out these women don't understand nothing but disrespect. You don't understand nothing but disrespect if you're doing that. This is not cool. And one of the major reasons, exactly, Emmanuel, one of the major reasons why it's not cool is because a lot of you ladies are single. There are far more single black women and single mothers than married ones, right? What's up, Calvin? Yeah, I get it. Manifesting, what's happening? And that's what I'm talking about. Now, America has become less classy in general. I can't say that because we are a relaxed society at this particular point now. That's what we are. Deesky, what's happening? Deesky, that's what I'm talking about. This is the guy's actual letter on Instagram right here. Hopefully, you can read it and see what it says. When you read it, that's the problem, bro. Because it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't about the twerking. It was about, he told them, and they didn't respect when he told them, but it was 3 different tables, though. We got to find out from him, it was 3 different tables. Eamon, what's happening? It was 3 different tables, fam. 3 different tables. You can't check that behavior when 3 separate people are doing it. Social visual. I'm tripping. Social visual. What's happening? Thank you. Felix, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I definitely agree with that, Felix. So this is becoming a problem because you ladies don't realize as much as y'all. Oh, so yeah, he stays in business. He got a lot of people on his side about this. A lot of people. Because a lot of you ladies are not getting the fact that other people are looking at you who are not black men, And they used to say, they used to agree with black women when they say, oh, these black men abandon their families and they walk away from them. They used to ride with that. They used to, whether they believed it or not, it was a good talking point to help throw the black community under the bus. Now that they're dealing with you ladies acting like this in public, it's more of a, I see why these black men ain't with y'all. That's what it's now. That's what it's morphed into. I see why they not gonna marry y'all. I see why they not in the house with you. I see why they're not gonna deal with your shenanigans. Because I don't want to deal with it. You know? Yeah, exactly. It's an insult. Thanks. Like it's an insult. Because now people are putting the onus on black women. Like, you know what? Black men not hearing you cutting up. Black men ain't in the room and you acting like this. This ain't a black restaurant. You remember, when a black woman was getting beat up in the Asian joints, in the nail shops, wasn't no black men there. When they was beat up in the other Asian shops, wasn't no black men there. When they was getting beat up at the weave shops, wasn't no black men there. When they was getting beat up by the Arabs at the gas stations, wasn't no black people in there. And black men were good people, and black women be forced to turn, you know what? Calvin, you cold for that. But I can see somebody doing it. So now it's a problem. Because now I'm seeing more black men who have this. It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't gonna act like that. I can't go out in public acting like that. I just can't do it. And the irony of it is, as you get older, sometimes you just physically too old to be cutting up like that because your body just ain't gonna hold up. But you see a lot of these ladies who look like they too old to be doing it because it looks like their bodies can't hack it. But guess what they doing? They cutting up anyways. Involved, man. Really, thanks, man. Hold up. Women involved in that twerking incident responded more calmly to the male. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even like I wasn't concerned about that until I saw this. It's like, man, y'all don't realize how far this is about to go. Out around, what's happening? Man, Hornet, thanks, fam. This is gonna go. You know how you ladies used to be able to get pulled over by the cops and get a warning? Y'all on the precipice of not getting a warning as a norm. Y'all, because you remember a year, 2 years ago, it's not just Sandra Bland or Breonna Taylor. Like, you see that they're slowly not caring about your life. Remember the black woman who tried to pull off with the kids in the car? They shot through the car while she was driving off with the kids. Or the black woman who got roughed up by the Metro cop. I think it was in Austin or Houston. I forget which one it was. Out around, what's happening? My bad. Or the young girl who got flipped over in the desk at school, or the girls who got, hemmed up at the pool in Dallas by the cops. And when the boys tried to jump up, they pulled the gun out on the boys. Y'all don't realize this kind of part of this stems from people looking at black women and black girls as they want to be men. They want to roll their neck and roll their eyes and act like they everybody's mama and I'm the matriarch. I saw a young lady say this online that black women are the matriarchs of America. Nobody who is not black asks you to be their mama in this country. You got to chill out. Because people ain't your friend like that. They were your friend, but they not your friend like that no more. Bucket, what's happening? Black men need to take responsibility. Yes. This is a problem. When you didn't take into consideration, all of those Maury Povich episodes where you are not the father. People looked at the women some type of way. When the guys, when the young guy was on there and he wasn't the father and the mother said, well, ain't your baby, but you should take care of him anyway. And even more had to step in, hey, I don't know about you taking care of somebody else's baby because your mama says it. I don't know about that. This is a problem, man. You got young women cutting up. You got old women cutting up. You got rich women cutting up. You got poor women cutting up. You got women who are housewives cutting up. You got women who are independent women cutting up. You got the daughters of rich people who weren't even in the hood like that, who decided I'm gonna take my daddy's money to be super ratchet, cutting up. You got the women who were raised in the suburbs and was taught to be, all dainty and prissy and pristine and feminine, and they black. They ain't really got no space to move, because if they don't have thottish behavior, you're not considering them a black woman. And when black men seem like, who is that? This is about to go wrong real fast, because not only with this pandemic, people are not thinking about, you ladies ain't thinking about it. You really not. So many people got laid off, and y'all don't think about, some of y'all are gonna fall under the and I hate to say it this way, there are gonna be a lot of black women who are gonna stay unemployed for a while because of the negative black female image. That's what's gonna happen. Shark, what's happening? Jason, what's going on? New, you exactly. There's a segment of our sisters that'll be on. I feel you. Because of these ratchet type, because of applauding the ratchet behavior and defending it, y'all not gonna get hired back. Some of y'all just not. Y'all gonna have to accept that some black women made you look so bad, or you were, or the idea of you and your bad attitude has preceded you to the point where when they're able to restart this economy, they're not gonna hire you. What's up, Savage? Because of stuff like this. They're gonna applaud you doing it and say, oh, the black man was wrong, and throw the guy under the bus. But when it's time for you to go to work, they're not gonna hire you. The numerous times over the past few years where a black woman who's been working as a correctional officer and got pregnant by the inmates, that follows you. What's up, Dollar Washer? That follows you. The idea, you keep hearing sisters talk about, I got it together. These men ain't got it together. That's why I brought up the Summer Walker thing earlier, because she keeps saying the men need to get it together, but she likes dating men that are rich but don't got it together, but are ignorant in the mud, as if she's not ignorant. It don't make sense. Awaken, what's popping? Y'all are so out of pocket. Y'all don't think y'all out of pocket at this point. Y'all don't know when y'all being disrespectful because it became a norm. Yeah, I get it. We I had a mean crossover too. Ken. Oh, right to left. Couldn't do the left to right that well, but that right to left, it was a monster. It was a monster. Because I could shoot going to my left and on right hand. That bothers people. So I could cross you, go left, and then shoot. Took me a long while to learn to shoot though. But anyway, yeah, right. Got a master's degree in ratchet ways. That's a problem. That's a problem. You want to be a teacher, but people think you semi-ratchet. You want to be a coach, but people like, do we really want that type of energy in this place? And the ladies like talking about energy and and the vibe and the frequency. Because too many of y'all do this type of stuff, or encourage this type of stuff, or enable this type of stuff, the black female energy and the black female frequency and the black female vibe is toxic in itself. That's how it's looked at. The black women are looked at as toxic in their as a group as an entirety. Oh, he's a natural coach. I'm just saying, like, because I got the brothers back for this. I really do. Because people just thought it was one person. He had to say it was 3 tables. 3 tables. Wow. Philly and Philly, they get down. Like, this is what I mean, especially for the sisters. There used to be a time when people said black men, not black men, but black women from this particular area, who like before I was born, was black women from Mississippi was just whoo, black women from Louisiana, whoo, get you a Creole girl, them Mississippi girls, whoo, get you a nice girl, from Atlanta, Georgia girl, get you a Georgia peach, whoo, get you a nice girl from Carolina or Tennessee. Look at them girls in Memphis, them girls in Nashville, whoo, them girls in L.A., whoo, even L.A. faced with an Oakland booty. You remember that? Yeah, that was when I was a kid. But when you look at Black America now, in probably the past 10, 20 years, nobody thinks of a city and say, that's where the black people used to say that about Atlanta until they started saying the women like women too. Atlanta was the last bastion of that's where the fine was at. But now Atlanta is like alphabet rainbow land. So that's where the fine was at, but you don't know if the fine ones like men or women. You know what I'm saying? But nobody says, get this. When you go to Chicago, oh, all them sexy black women. When you go to St. Louis, all them sexy black women. Oh, when you go, even when you say Miami, you don't even think of black women. You think of New York, you don't think of black women. That's international women, right? When you think of LA, international women. You know what I'm saying? Houston and Dallas, yeah, they got some, but people, Memphis, Nashville, Charlotte, yeah, DC. DC was Chocolate City. You think of DC, go to DC, get them fine ones. Doing the butt, side. Not no more. The DMV and fell off. Virginia used to be a spot. Go to them chicks in Virginia, boy. Ooh, go to Virginia Beach. We don't even do that no more because from city to city, state to state, the black women are looked at as they ain't got it like that. And I ain't talking about as looks. I'm talking about as being feminine, as being ladies. You know what I'm saying? As being somebody that you be like, yeah, I like her. Nashville is freaky land. That's a problem. That's a problem. Right, ATL everywhere. Now I can see that dollar wash because people do come from everywhere when they're in ATL. Nobody says, if all else fails and all those places you've been with a black women at, if you go to this city, you're gonna find you one. We don't even say that no more. Now it's to the point people are saying, dog, you got to go to the Dominican Republic or Brazil or Africa. Go to the Caribbean. Go to South America. Get you a woman there because all the cities in America, that's over with. That's a problem. That's a problem. With Calvin on, that fine one might have been. That's cold-blooded, Calvin. So now, it's a problem, big problem. Juke joint, what's popping? My bad. That moved to Atlanta to be on TV and heard she be twerking for I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I said there, nowhere. Oh, wow. He said nowhere. He said, it's a problem, man. You got to go out of the states and you got to pay, and that's a problem. Paul, what's happening? Exactly. That's what Eddie Murphy was talking about with Mfufu. Eddie, once you get around American women, this is a problem, ladies. Big problem. Because now, this is what you're raising the daughters to be. And this is what you're raising the sons to be attracted to. And it's to the point that the sons are not attracted to this anymore. Society is not attracted to this anymore. It was fun at first. But see, now society is called. See, it was fun to break up the black family in the education system. Now the education system don't want to deal with your kids raised by you. What's up, Kevin? It was fun, to break up the black family, and I'm gonna get all the money because there's no men around and there's no male businesses and family, so I'm gonna get all this money from these black single parent households. But now they don't want you coming around their business and paying for stuff, and they don't want your kids around because they think you're gonna cause problems. See, was like y'all don't realize I'm saying that you black you black women about to be shadow banned from society. And black men, in essence, we're coming out of the shadow ban. People, it's like, you know what? Actually, it ain't y'all. Actually, it ain't y'all. Like, we kept saying it was y'all, but it ain't y'all. Now people gonna say it's you women. And the problem with that is, because of this social media era, you put up footage of yourself. Nobody had to pay you or coerce you or 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 or, or write a script. You're doing it yourself. So, we can excuse somebody treating you bad in movies. You know what I'm saying? But then if you got we can excuse somebody treating you bad in television shows. We can excuse somebody treating you bad in music videos. But when you on Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, and OnlyFans doing it to yourself, can't excuse that part. Vern, what's popping? All right, man, what's happening? You can't excuse that part. I'm not even saying it was us. I'm just saying this is what it is. Like, you ladies about to be treated like we are and were treated. And you're not really gonna like it. The equality that you wanted the equality, but you didn't think about how good you got it. Now what's gonna happen if American society say, you know what, we tired of investing in black women, we're gonna invest in black men. We're not even no, you know what, all this double minority for the women that the black women take advantage of? No, because that didn't work out for us. What happens when that stops? What happens with Title IX? No, you know what? There are more women in college than men. So obviously we evened it and we got it over there. Now we got to even it out for the men. So now we're gonna cut some of we're gonna defund some of Title IX. What's up, LJ? We're gonna defund some of that. We the affirmative action hiring practices with all these women getting jobs. Y'all don't need these jobs now. We tired of you making us look bad, because in general, part of outsourcing is incompetent workers and getting cheaper labor, right? Part of automation is cheap labor. But you remember, they even outsource call centers, because even with call centers and women was working call centers, people assume when you heard a black woman's voice, she's gonna get a bad attitude. It's bad. So now you didn't like that Indian voice. You don't like that Arab voice or Hispanic voice. But guess what? They nicer than you. They looked at as nicer than you, even if they don't speak the language. Uh-oh. Ray, you crazy. That's what I'm trying to say, Vern. Like this behavior, because when people got to come out and see, now you can't bury this guy's talk. Hey, Kendra, what's up, lady? You can't bury that. And Kendra, if you see, I don't know how long you've been here, Sugar. This is the guy's Instagram post from the restaurant. This is his Instagram post, his response to what actually happened. It wasn't one table of women, it was 3 tables of women. 2 of the tables stopped. But he had to go check the one table that didn't want to stop. It's the fact that they got 3 tables doing this in the first place. And then being nice to these ladies, they couldn't respect that. So I'm just saying, now these sisters are not understanding, these guys are not, society is about to turn on black women. And in the black, well, we feel so unprotected. Y'all don't know the flip side of being independent, do you? You fought to cut up. Not all black women, but too many fought to cut up in society. You fought to be rebellious. I'm glad he's not folding either. You fought to do this. And now when people say, because I'm gonna tell you the nail in black women's coffin in society right now. When you women with children, it's 2 nails in the coffin. The vast majority of you women with children, finish what's happening. It say, the kids are not acting right because the fathers are not in the home. That's a nail in the coffin, because it's saying that the men are actually more stable than you are. But you're so far gone, you're not listening to yourself. The second one is, if you notice, Carl, what you got? The second one, you see all of these reality shows they have with these women talking about men. My ex was like this, my ex was like that. If you notice, the vast majority of the men that they're bitter and mad about have moved on with their lives and are happy, and some are with other women in those relationships look happy on the outside. The only person upset, but the woman that says this guy is no good, he ain't this, he ain't that, he was this, he was that, he was abusive, he was mean, they still pining over that guy. They still have some type of yearning to be with that guy. Look at all those basketball wives shows. They talked about the guy. I'm such and such's wife, ex-wife, and such's girlfriend. Relationship been over for years. Why are you still talking about him? Because you still want him. You got, Vivica Fox still talking about 50 Cent. Why? Because you still want him. You got all these older black women who are actresses who didn't talk to black men, and celebrities who talked to certain black men and didn't talk to certain black men. Now coming out, I should have talked to him. He tried to holler at me. I should have been with him. You mean to tell me, because you're hearing the current generation keep saying men are trash, not realizing the older generation of women are missing the guys that they said was trash. If these guys are so abusive, why are you still talking about it? Why haven't you moved on? Because the black men who've dealt with horrible black women, we move on to the next woman. We don't go 5, 10, 20 years. She cheated on me in 1999, and I can't believe it. She talked to me crazy every day, and she abused me. She used my money. She stepped on my PlayStation. This is why I can't. You ain't been in a relationship since 1999. It ain't her. It's you. It's you. It's you. This is what's going on. You seeing too many sisters. You know what? I just wanted to do my thing. I just wanted to live my life. That's why I left him. So now, he's a bad guy it keeps dwindling down. These guys ain't actually bad guys. You see the women around. Yeah, I do. I know y'all couldn't work out, but I really like him. He's really a good person. You don't hear that he was trash. You don't hear that. But what you're hearing is the flip side about the women. You're hearing the women, their dirty laundry coming out. And I see why you wasn't with her. You're hearing women put women on blast for their bad decisions and dirty laundry. You ladies are still making music about guys doing you dirty and guys cheating and this, that, and the third. But when people see how you actually move and maneuver, they go, "Oh no, you messed up. You messed up. You messed up." So man, it's bad, man. Y'all gotta. It's so bad that we've accepted in the black community that we can't even tell black women nothing in the church. You can't even be honest in the church. That's part of the reason why they say men left the church, because the church ain't even real no more. The church can't even be honest. The church can't tell you who's right and who's wrong right now because of this. Man, you miss me on my shenanigans. That's what it is, fam. I'm defending the other brother at True Kids because something else popped up about it. When the church can't tell you messed up, something's wrong. When your family can't tell you messed up, something's wrong. When you got your sister circles and your girlfriends getting together and ladies' night out and ladies' weekend and ladies' girls' trip, and your girls can't even tell you something wrong. That means your behavior is going to exceedingly get worse. I get so tired of sisters talking about, oh, she's beautiful and she's beautiful and she's beautiful and she's beautiful and she's beautiful. You saying ugly people beautiful. Let me explain something to you. Even the women know when a woman's telling her you beautiful because she knows she ain't gonna be competition, because she gonna get stuck on her, she ain't gonna never improve because she, she's subpar and people told her she beautiful. Even women know to tell women what they want to hear to keep them at a stagnant place in life. Anime novels, what's happening? Mom, what's popping? Don't be laughing, man. This is where we at. This is where we at, and it ain't gonna be fixed. This is why when people say go to therapy, you realize there are therapists who can't tell Black women the truth. They paying these therapists for therapy, but these therapists they can't handle the truth. The truth of what you have to do to self-improve to make your life better. It don't make no sense. It's bad, man. It's bad. Black female matchmakers and dating coaches, I can't hook Black women up because they just don't know what to do. When Black women who make a job at matchmaking women can't do work for Black women, this is bad. It's bad. Because what it looks like, I'm going to tell y'all what it looks like from a male point of view. What some of you sisters look like y'all is being done, and some of y'all all not participating in this, but y'all tanking. And what I mean by that is when a sports team is terrible, they lose games on purpose to get the number one pick or the closest pick to number one, so they can get somebody in uniform to sell tickets, to give the fan base hope. So you tanking on purpose. But here's the problem with you ladies who are tanking. Y'all are tanking to be the first pick for other women, or the first pick for white guys, or the first pick for Hispanic guys, not understanding that nobody wants to be with a loser. They don't. You getting it because the culture sucks. And I'm not talking about the Black culture sucks. I'm talking about the Black femininity culture sucks. Because we walk around and we say Black men are viewed as the most masculine men in America, and Black women say it, non-Black people say it. That's what we view as masculinity, right? We can't say that Black women are viewed as the most feminine. They're viewed as the least. What's up, Flavor? It's a problem. It's a problem. So I'm a bounce, man. You know what? This is a sad day in Black history. Cool, Jen, what's happening? So y'all just have a great evening. I might have to go get some whiskey on this one. This is sad. But peace, everybody. I hope y'all take care.